Welcome back to the iRant channel. Today, I'm going to be ranting and ranking on a tier list all the states of the United States of America. There's 50 of them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's 50 of them. So this might take a while, but I'm going to make sure I share my opinion on each one of them. I mean, this is a ranting channel, right? So what else can you expect? But I'm going to try to keep it quick. S, A, B, C, D. Let's get into this. Drop a like if you like this type of content, comment below what you want me to rant about next, and subscribe if you like to support the channel. We're going to start with Alabama. You know, Alabama, it's kind of down south. You know, it's got the whole stereotypes of, you know, fucking your own sister. But other than that, they're actually a pretty productive state when it comes to the economy and also football. But the whole sister thing, that's a little weird for me. You know, I'm one of the types that likes to experiment every once in a while, if you know what I mean. But I mean, that's too far. I'm putting you in C. Alright, next we got Alaska. You know, the thing about Alaska is I was going to be like, dude, who the fuck are you? D tier. But honestly, like, they kind of chilling, you know, literally, but also, like, figuratively. You know, they're kind of chilling. They do their own thing. You know what I mean? They're literally detached. Them in Hawaii are detached from the rest of the U.S. And they seem to be chilling up there. And you know what? I respect it. I really do. I'm going to put them in A tier. You know what I mean? They don't disrupt anything. They don't hurt us. You know, they're great. They're fine. I put them A tier. I know that's high, but it's like, you know, they aren't hurting me. You know what I mean? Arizona, I mean, there's nothing really there. I mean, I know some hot girls that came from there, but, like, other than that, nothing really that special. You know, just it's hot and a lot of deserts. So I'm going to put you in C tier. Arkansas, again, like, nothing that special. If you're from Arkansas, you're a nobody. You don't contribute in any way. D tier. California, dude. Okay, so I got family in California. I grew up going to California like every summer. It's awesome to visit. It's beautiful. But, I mean, the politics and the society there is fucking whack, dude. It's that annoying friend in school. You want to know them to get invited to the parties, but you're not actually friends with them, you know, other than stepping in shit in LA. Because it's beautiful, I'm going to put it in C tier. Colorado, one of the square states. I mean, honestly, like, I know nothing about you. I know nothing about you, and you know nothing about me. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I'm still going to put you in C tier, though. All right, we got Connecticut here. Connecticut, you know, it's like they got Yale University, but that's it. It's like I don't hear anyone like, dude, yes, I want to visit Connecticut. It's like, no, that's not a thing. C tier. I mean, it's just so many C tiers. I mean, this is already looking like a crazy tier list because Alaska's up here in A and then everyone else is C other than Arkansas. Fuck Arkansas. Delaware. Okay, Delaware. Again, what's in Delaware? I'm literally gonna look it up. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing in Delaware. I mean, in the top 12 top-rated tourist attractions in Delaware, it talked about some park, and it looked like the most normal park in the world. So, D tier. Sorry, bro. Next, we have DC. That's not even a state. That's a district. That is literally a district, and that's where, like, all the politicians are, and the U.S. politicians are all corrupt. So, D tier. Florida, dude. Okay, Florida's awesome. You know, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, great vacation spot, great place to live. You know, good politics. I mean, it can get a little rough sometimes in some of the cities, but other than that, I mean, Florida's awesome. You know what? I'm gonna put Florida S tier. I'm gonna set the standard for S tier. Florida's S tier. All right, next we got Georgia, and Georgia's a little bit north in Florida, so it doesn't have the ocean, right? But other than the ocean, it's got everything. You know, it's got Atlanta. It's got good football, good weather, everything. You know, but because it doesn't have the ocean, it does not have ocean. I don't think it has any contact with the ocean. Wait, maybe it does. Does it have a little? Wait, let me look it up. Yep, I was right. It does touch the ocean. I knew it. But not quite as much. It's also just not Florida. You know what I mean? Still a great state. I'm gonna put at A. Next, we got Hawaii. See, Hawaii is similar to Alaska, where it's like, you know, they're kind of doing their own thing. You know, it's a little island. You know, there's a lot of rich people there, and then there's like the native islanders. You know, and they do their own thing. They love it there. It's beautiful. I've been there once. I don't remember it. I was really young. Actually, that's the first place I learned how to walk was in Hawaii. That's a fun fact. Anyway, that's not the point. To be honest, like, the first thing I think of for Hawaii is when I see Hawaii's, like, sports teams playing anyone else, they gotta fly there, you know, and that kind of sucks. You know what I mean? It's like, even if you're having an away game, like in football or basketball or any sport really, if you're having an away game, you know, there are the far away games where you have to take a plane, and then some you can just like bus there, you know, a few hours, whatever. But Hawaii, if there's ever an away game, you have to fly. And I find that sad, but I also find it funny. And for that reason, I'm gonna put it at B. It's just like, it's just far, you know. That's a far flight to do anything. You know what I mean? Idaho, I got family there as well. I'm gonna be honest. I visited Boise. There's absolutely nothing there. All right, you got potatoes, and you got a lot of old men with shotguns. I respect them for that. There's not much there though. There's not much there. I gotta put you in C tier. Illinois, you know, you got Chicago, but Chicago's not it, dude. Chicago's not it. I don't like Chicago. I've been there quite a few times. It's not even fun to visit, if I'm being honest. Like, you know, I've gone to some shows there. I've visited some schools there, but it's not it. It's not it. Honestly, because of Chicago, literally purely because of Chicago, I'm putting you in D. Indianapolis, you know, it's actually kind of nice. Indianapolis is like all right, you know, but Indiana as like a state, it's chill. It's all right. I'm gonna put them in C. I'm gonna put them in C. I mean, you suck at sports though, so just know that if you're from Indiana, you suck. All right, next we got Iowa. Again, I know nothing. I feel like Iowa's just cornfields, just straight up cornfields. There's nothing to talk about Iowa. I'm sorry. I'm putting you D. Oh, you're decent at sports though, but I mean, that's what you get for throwing around corn all day. All right, we got Kansas here. Again, one of those states where it's like no one's like, oh my God, I can't wait to visit Kansas. You know, and as an American, you know, I'm not trying to be uber knowledgeable on all these states, you know, naming fun facts. I'm like an average guy. I'm also not someone who's like, oh, what's that state? Like, I could put all these states on a map. Like, I know what everything is. I know what everything is called. But I can't name, like, the capitals. You know, I can't name what's special about them. I'm a pretty average American when it comes to American knowledge, right? And I still know nothing about Kansas. So, I'm putting you in D. You're bad. You're blown out. There's nothing special about you. Kentucky, again, you got the sports. Okay, that's cool. But we all got Kentucky Fried Chicken now, so you're not special. I'm putting you in D. Maine, dude, what the fuck is in Maine? And no one knows what is in Maine. What's in Maine? I'm looking it up. All right, so Maine has some, you know, oceanside views that are pretty, but it's not like swimmable oceans unless you're wearing a wetsuit. And it's also not even like surfing. So are you just gonna go out there and like kind of like splash around in your wetsuit? Like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. You got the ocean, but I can't give. So many people are on the ocean. So many states are on the ocean. I can't just give them all like free passes because they're on the ocean. That's not like cool. If I can't come up with a rant or opinion on it right away, that means it's not important enough for me to even use my brain power on it, you know? So I'm putting it in D as well. Dude, come on, America. Let's put some spice in our states. Louisiana, actually a pretty sick state. I've never been, but I've heard good things about it. It's kind of down south. It's got the south vibes. It's also very beautiful there. You know, it's not Florida. You know, it's not quite Georgia, but I'm going to put it at B. I'm going to put it at B. Louisiana's pretty cool. Maryland, again, can't name a single thing about Maryland. I'm sorry. D tier. Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Stupid ass name. I'm putting it in fucking D tier. Michigan, baby. That's my home place. I'm from Michigan. I love it. I really do love Michigan. It comes with a lot of beauty. It's a pretty cool state. Politically, not that good, but it's all right. Very beautiful, but the winters are miserable. The winters are miserable. I'm gonna put it. Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna put it A. I'm gonna put Michigan A. Obviously, I'm biased, but like, if anything, I feel like where you live, you're harsher on it because you know all the downsides versus all the other states. Like, you kind of look in and see the good things. I see the bad and the good of Michigan, and I still put it at A. So take it from me. It's not perfect, but it's all right. It's better than all right. It's A tier. It's a good state. I recommend it. Minnesota is like Michigan, except worse and colder. D tier. Mississippi, nothing. Absolutely nothing. D tier. Missouri, nothing. Know nothing about you. Montana, nothing. Nebraska, nothing. Nevada, on the other hand, they got Las Vegas, dude, and a lot of planes. It's like there's a hub spot and then nothing. HubSpot and then nothing. Yeah, there's some other towns, but I mean, who gives a fuck? I'm putting it B, purely because of Las Vegas. New Hampshire, I know nothing about you. You're ass. New Jersey, terrible. New Mexico, I mean, just a dry desert. It's a dry desert. It's like, you know what? If you want to like build up a business or something, it's like, why go to New Mexico? Yeah, like the economy's still small, and so it's a good time to like get in early and set. It's like, but no, it's like that would be good on paper, but you're in New Mexico. You know what's in New Mexico? You know, but because it's like kind of like building up. You know, I mean, I'm gonna put it in C. Ooh, New York, baby, New York. I'm actually not a big fan of New York. Big city in New York, right? But it's kind of a crazy state as well. I feel like I don't want to blame all of New York for New York, but as a state, you know, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I'm gonna put it B. I'm gonna put it B. It has New York. It literally has New York, you know? So, it's like, I gotta put it at B. North Carolina, I've been there. Beautiful. Really nice. Like, I'd recommend this. Like, I'd recommend North Carolina. You know, it's got ocean front. It's not too hot, not too cold. Kind of does its own thing, but still part of the community. You know, people know about North Carolina. I'm putting it at B as well. North Dakota, you do not exist. North Dakota does not exist. I'm sorry, guys. It just doesn't. D tier. Sorry. Ohio, worst state in the entire United States of America. Ohio. You're terrible. If you live in Ohio, you are not real. And if you happen to be a real person living in Ohio, go unalign yourself, dude. Like, I hate Ohio so much. D tier. Oklahoma, you know, I also got family. I got family everywhere, if I'm being honest. But Oklahoma is like kind of one of those places where it's like you kind of want to go to kind of have the Oklahoma feel. You know, there's an Oklahoma feel that's very distinct. That being said, it's not that cool. But because there's an Oklahoma feel, you know, even though it doesn't live up to hype, I'm going to still put it in C. We got Oregon. Oregon has Portland, and Portland is a mess. Talk about, you know what, people have joked about taking all the criminals and just throwing them onto an island, you know what I mean, just separating the criminals from like the normal civilians. That's basically Portland. Portland is a mess. It has a ton of illegal immigrants, has a ton of crime. That is not a good state. Not a good state. I'm putting it in D. Pennsylvania, cool state, good sports. C tier. C tier. Rhode Island, you are tiny. Grow some legs. Rhode Island never hit puberty. D tier. South Carolina, I'm gonna put it above North because I spent more time in South Carolina. Beautiful state, again, on the coast. Got Hilton Head, you know, which is an island off of South Carolina. Awesome state. Pretty base too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. South Dakota, again, nothing special about it. I don't even know if that exists either, if I'm being honest. Tennessee, underrated state. Underrated state. I got family that lives there as well. I've heard it's pretty cool. Obviously, you have to have that feel, like you have to like that type of lifestyle, those types of communities. But that applies to all of this, right? Tennessee, pretty good. I'm gonna put it at A tier just because that's what I've heard about. And if that's what you like, you're gonna love it there. You know, it's one of those things. It's like if you like it, you're gonna love it in Tennessee. Texas, dude, hella based, tons of good cities. I mean, what a state. You know what I mean? Like that's a cool state. It's hot. It gets really hot. But you know what? Like, as someone who lives up north in the United States, I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'm going to put it S tier. Great for businesses, great economy, great politics. It's awesome. Utah, D tier. No one cares about you. Vermont, no one cares about you. Virginia's all right. Virginia's all right. Washington, it's like, do you want to be depressed? You know, there's already like this whole thing of people like basically gaslighting themselves into depression. And then imagine also moving to Washington, you know, D tier. West Virginia, nothing that special. Nothing that special, D tier. Wisconsin, Wisconsin's all right. Actually, Wisconsin's pretty cool. I mean, it's really cold, but I've heard that it's a cool state. I'm gonna put B tier actually. And then Wyoming, you look like a square. Get some curves, and then maybe I'll smash D tier. That's the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out.